Hello and welcome everyone to the day 2 of Polish National Championships. We are here with the top 16 match, round 1. I am sitting here with my dear friend, a star of the XWA who is going to be joining me on commentary today, Roberto. Roberto, how are you doing?
Hi everyone. Unfortunately, I was playing yesterday. I didn't make the cut, but I decided I will sit here with you, help you a bit, commenting on these games and enjoying instead of suffering from the other side today.
That makes all the sense. Let me start the timer because it started. So yeah, a good match of two players that we didn't have on stream yesterday. That is going to be Bless and Fenn, Antek. What do you think of the lists and who has the upper hand in this scenario?
Well, both of them are quite experienced players already. Like Fenn maybe has joined the X-Wing a bit recently, but he has been having quite success lately. He's reached even, I think, finals once. I'm not sure if it was just top 4, but he's having quite success. Bless is a well-known player also here in the community in Poland, has been able to win several of the tournaments. So it will be a really good match. List-wise, we have Bless that has a list with a few ordnance carriers. We'll need to measure well the engagement, try to reach the distance, have an engagement, I guess, away from the tractors from Ketsu, away from that Fang fighter that would like to go close and get damage on the close range. So it will be a different engagement, I believe. We will see who is better at measuring the engagement and having it the way that they want. And I think that will be quite important. Also, the only large ship for Fenn is Ketsu that is a bit on the side, while we have a few better positioning for the large ship. I think in Bless side, in this scenario, you want to have the large ship trying to take a couple of objectives if possible, so that could also be decisive. But we'll see. For now, it seems like they're engaged just to meet face to face, both squads grouped together. So
Yeah, that would seem so to be the case. Let me see if I can change that. Yeah, that should be this. Give that a spin. Yeah, that should give us. Let us know how you can hear us because double cast is not something that we've used to do so far during those streams, so those live streams. So if you can hear us well, if everything's correct, if you can hear me and Roberto on the same level, that's great. And yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes for sure. What I'm wondering about and what I don't remember is that does Cat Solos have Beskar? He does. Okay, that's one of the most important. Sounds good. Thank you, Epianic. So that's one of the most important upgrades when you wanna joust that list, right? That's Scimitar 3. Oh, Scimitar 1, sorry. Scimitar 1 is a absolute bitch. And will shoot those double modded proton torpedoes with no problems. On initiative 3, so Bless deciding against getting swarm tactics, like we've seen some players do. So just using Scimitar for the efficiency of the ship itself.
and I wonder, like, we see that the lists are more in our side of the board, let's say, but I wonder how much Whisper will be the cloaking towards the top end of the board to try to also come flanking and take perhaps the objectives that are on the top, which currently don't have any ships from Fenn.
Yep. So yeah, we'll have to see. For now, it's rather slow movement, taking locks, taking cloaks, because we'll have cloak on each side. The one thrum, Whisper, one thrum, CAD. which is certainly an interesting case. This cat can fly really fast with that decloak. Decloak 4 forward, because that's the fastest blue. That is fast.
I have to say, I don't remember Suku's crew. What is it that it does? I'm seeing it on campaign.
It says if you're not stressed, you can take a stress and re-roll one of your opponent's die.
On defense?
On
The
defense,
yeah.
yes.
Does.
So yeah, this also helps you out because first, you may not have that stress, so you take that stress,
And then you pass it
and
if
you
you
pass
hit,
it.
right?
So that's a
Yeah.
great idea, great efficiency of that ship itself. It should be rather good.
But it also talks about Fenn and the way that he also builds lists that are not exactly the same. He tries to tweak them. Last time around, I believe, he had some list with the robots, and then he had one of the robot crew, I believe also on Cat Bane. I'm not entirely sure. If it was like
Yeah.
2 robots and Cat
Yes,
Bane
that
with
was
the robots.
Cat Bane.
Is this type of list building that Fenn usually does? That is a bit on his own, not
Yeah.
copying what others are
Yeah.
doing, and he does it to success. So it's also really cool for me.
Yep, Katsu beginning to go small base hunting for sure. Although
Yeah, Bless has countered that the only ship that is closest to Ketsu
exactly what I
being
was going to say.
the large
yeah.
ship. So.
Yeah, exactly. So you can you can use your big fat ass of a lambda to block that, and this helps you greatly.
Yeah, but Ketsu also might have to be a bit careful on the way that he engages. There are
Yep.
the 2 small rocks, which are small, but for a large base they always clip. So most likely Ketsu will be coming towards the center there. And anyway, the objective is before the obstacles. So most likely it means that that's the place where Ketsu should be coming through. But we will see. We will see how that goes. I believe that was the last of the movements. We're coming into round 2. Setting the dials quite fast.
A little more quiet because I can.
All right.
I
It's,
would like to see if they can hear us. So if we're on this level of quiet, we should be. I will
Sure.
amp the gain a little more, so you should be able to.
I
hear
was
us.
just saying that the first round gone quite
Yeah.
fast, so we may have a long game ahead of us with many rounds, which is cool. I enjoy it.
And they might not be scoring a ton of objectives on that assault because we are playing assault. So you can see no ships on that far right objective on the top of the map how we see it right now.
We'll have to check what happens with the decloaks because perhaps both of them will
Just
move
go there.
towards there.
Yeah. It makes sense for both ships really to do that, and on the other hand, for none of them, for Whisper more than for CAD, but both of them are really good flankers.
The only problem if that happens is that due to the positioning right now, if both were to go up, it will be really hard for Cat to meet the bullseye and have Whisper in it. So
Yes. Then again, if you can catch Whisper and shoot her and get her stressed, that is a lot. Because a stressed Whisper is not having all the tools she needs. She can't evade after decloaking. That is a bit harder for sure.
alright, so first Cat Bane, the cloaks going to the top.
Yeah, I was wondering if he might go fast forward. Ooh, yeah, and
Whisper goes forward instead.
yeah, that's interesting. Okay. He doesn't have any rocks. He should be able to go straight. He should be able to go left or
Maybe.
right if he needs.
Maybe he's trying to take some shots at the Fang if he goes fast enough.
Yep.
Let's see. The Academy goes first, right? That's an Academy pilot, yeah. Academy is getting out of Ketsu.
Yeah.
That's all it matters.
And he will be the one that we'll see on the top side of the mat. That
Yeah,
he's
because there
gonna
is an
score it.
objective, I believe,
Yeah, right
ahead
there.
of Kagi, right?
Yes.
So maybe this one is just a slow rolling to make sure that he's around the objective for a few turns.
Yep.
What we call the objective monkey.
Yes, true. Yep, he is going to be that, and for 2 points, that's one of the best things that you can be doing. And Fenn is gonna have the same thing with that mining guild over there. You can leave that ship there. It pays off in 2 rounds, pays its cost, pays its bills, and you're good.
So it seems like Scimitar will stay a bit behind the rest of the group. Kagi goes one forward. I wonder if it will be range 1 to the objective at the bottom of the table.
It might
Can be
be
tight.
close. Yeah, can be tight.
But I was saying that I was surprised that Scimitar went so slow, because Scimitar is gonna be left behind. I don't think he will participate in any possible combat. And Cat Bane, so he's definitely going top
Yeah,
for that objective.
which
I guess they will be followed by a boost with focus, maybe.
then again,
Yes.
yeah.
No, only
No,
only
you
focus.
only
Or
focus.
evade.
Honestly, you only focus or evade there.
I think
That's not a bad thing.
the
Okay,
Fang is coming fast. I guess trying to get into range 1.
But then again, if he, yeah, that's boost forward is way better because you might not get shot by Scimitar.
The angle, yeah. We'll have to check how that looks.
Yeah, but it should help you.
The only problem, it seems like the Fang will be a bit on his own.
Yeah, and if that Whisper turns left, you're getting a 5th brother shot, maybe a Juno. Because
I imagine the Whisper will try to take the central objective with a small,
with a 1 heart.
one bank.
Bank. Right, so Glass looking at his arcs as his options.
I wonder if he will roll here. Because even if he rolls and then he gets the cloak, he could be able to cloak right again.
Yeah, exactly.
So get out of the way.
Get back to even past his current position.
Because I doubt Juno will have the Fang in the arc after moving.
Yeah, unless she did like a 2 bank or something. But then you know what you've dialed in. I'm hoping, but it's the top cut, so you would assume players know what they've dialed in. Yeah, we're seeing a barrel. I'm looking into the future over there.
Yeah, because it seems like it will be the only target.
Yes. Oh. And an only reasonable one. Okay, we've got Juno.
Yeah, Juno and Ketsu still
Yeah.
have to move. But I imagine Juno is just going forward,
Yes.
1 forward.
And I think that is a bump. Yeah, that's a bump.
Okay. So it's a bit risky barrel roll.
Greg in the chat saying that it's 4 a.m. and he's going to bed. Thank you, Greg. We'll be here when you wake up.
Yeah.
So be sure to check in.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah. Yeah. Epionic 11
And that was a
is
hit.
way better.
I believe. That was roll. He rolled a hit.
He rolled a hit.
So that can be important.
That hurts. That hurts.
And Ketsu will not be in range this round.
Maybe into Kagi. But
I'm not
that's
sure
it.
why he didn't, because I believe he did a 1 bank. I think I saw. I don't know why not a 3 bank here and try to take some shots at range 3.
Or even 2, but still faster because then you can claim the objective for
Yeah.
sure. Because if Kagi is at range 1, which
Then
is
he takes
close,
it.
then he takes it.
Because currently he has 2 objectives. Fenn has the one next to his TIE fighter, and I
Cat
believe the
Bane.
one from Cat Bane.
Bless has 2.
Bless has maybe
2
3.
or maybe 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first shot will be from Juno, but I believe nothing is in range. So we move to Whisper, who will take a shot at Cal Solus at range 2.
Yeah. Spending 2 force tokens.
Okay.
And
So that will be 3 hits. He spends Palpatine.
yeah. And he blocks it.
Wow, that was a good roll.
Yeah.
Way to start the game. I guess he was hoping to strip that focus.
Yeah. Because then you have the Lambda shot, which is going to be unmodded, but still range 1. So no range for Katsu.
Because I'm commenting this, but maybe you want to put it bigger. Just That I don't see.
Which is why yesterday I was standing when they were shooting and looking at what is going on there actually.
But we cannot put that in big screen.
No, because we can't put that on the monitor. Sadly, there's no...
Okay, so far we were discussing the moves according to a delayed video.
A bit of a delayed video, but
So-
for next shooting phases we'll stand up and look at the board and then go down. That should be better. So anyway, I think there was no damage so far. I'll check. Yeah, no damage.
And is it range 1? Is it range 1 or not? They're measuring, they're checking. Because this will be important, that would be the difference.
3 points.
So so that was actually in range. Kagi was claiming that last objective for Bless, so it's 3-2. If you want, I can check damage-wise, because I know that there was some.
Yeah, so Roberto on that damage duty. Yeah, that's Fenn crew, and that is right. So Kagi losing 3 shields. And
1 shield that was lost on Juno for the bomb.
yeah, okay. Kad did 3 damage, it appears. Yeah, we just didn't catch that shot. We'll get there. we will look into it from
look into the correct screen.
Yeah. Yeah, he took no damage, but he did damage.
Yeah,
so that's good. That's
that
good.
defense roll that he rolled.
Yeah. 3 evades. Yeah, that
Quite
was
important.
that was important. You not spending the focus means the world, because then Lambda shooting range 1 into Concordia means you're not taking damage.
Not sure. Did he remove the stress from the phone?
Fenrao crew Ketsu. If you're at range 1 to 2, 0 to 2, because this works on Ketsu as well, you can, and you have someone in your front arc range 1, you can remove the stress. You can remove a red token.
Okay, so similar to the pilot.
To the pilot, but pilot doesn't work on himself.
Okay, cool. Again, what I was saying before about Fenn, the fact that he's building in such way with upgrades that you don't see so often, so I didn't know it.
Yeah, for sure. And this is one of these. So he has that idea. All of his ships like to stress themselves. You've got Dalen, the custom build. Well, there's no SL for Dalen, but you've got Dalen Abaros, who also loves to take stress tokens. You've got Ketsu, who's gonna bump eventually, will take stress, will then push someone into range 1, and then lose the stress, which is also really, really cool.
And I'm wondering what will happen, like if Kagi will be moving or actually stopping, because he's in range already of that objective. And maybe if you move, you're blocking all of your other ships from being able to turn.
Yeah.
So maybe he will stop there and make way for the others to pass.
Yeah.
Also important with Catlin now, that I guess he will be turning in.
He is the ultimate flanker now.
Yeah.
And there's no one really threatening him at all.
I don't think so. I don't think that Scimitar will turn around to face him. It would be a bit weird.
Yeah, and Scimitar has a pickle there, because Scimitar, if Kagi moves, Scimitar has no good moves really. Yeah. So Kagi stopping is probably one of the best moves you can have.
And also, if you stop, it's possible that then you're making it so that Cal Souls cannot come into the fight.
But he K-turns, get his 2 focus tokens, and he's fun. he's good for his money.
Yeah, but I guess that if that happened, Bless is happy, because the shots are going to his Lambda, not to the other aces. So.
Exactly, and you're getting
he goes forward. The other option is maybe he goes forward and tries to get the Academy pilot up.
And then still, you're getting the best shot you can have against a Fang, which is a back arc shot, which is not going to trigger Concordia, so you're not going to be happy. But you're not getting any other shots, most likely, into him.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if either of them is gonna go aggressive and fast, or they're both gonna go slow.
Well, I would imagine Ketsu goes aggressive and fast.
But for instance, the mining guild tie, I believe that he might go slow.
And just choose straight.
So let's see how they will look there.
Yeah. Well,
So we're starting. I guess this has to be the decloak, right?
yeah. The initiative is with Fenn this time. So there's the decloak from
Decloaking right
Yeah.
towards the center. So we'll see. Because I imagine that anyway, the tie mining guild will not go that fast.
Yeah.
We'll stay around that objective.
Yeah.
And if he does a bit faster move, then he should get out of cat veins.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Alright, the Thai Academy is trying to go faster. He dialed the 3 bank. He doesn't, just in case the fang is coming.
Yeah. True.
Let's see. So the Thai Mining Guild is facing towards
Whisper.
Whisper.
At least in her current position.
I wonder if that's too fast or.
Yeah,
I
that
guess
is
it
a
could be
bit
still-
too fast, right? You could have even dialed A1 hard.
Because that means that next round you are
And
way
he's
too
sitting
far away
and
from-
he's sitting on that rock. Which is good, but he's gonna be a bit leaning beyond the rock, so if you go forward you can see him with no obstruction bonus.
Yep.
Otherwise he might be able to contest that objective, which
Scimitar
is
also doing a fast move to pass behind the friendly.
Yep. Yeah, that was what, a 3
So
bank?
I guess
think.
he's expecting, I don't know, Dalan Orberos or Ketsu, we'll see.
Then you would actually have a good way of blocking Ketsu in a decent spot if you move fast with Kagi. If you can block,
The next round, yeah?
now if you move fast with Kagi, you can block
right,
Ketsu
yeah.
from tractoring your own ships. Dalan moving in, and he's gonna block Kagi
With a
from. No, so yeah, boost focus. He's gonna block Kagi from going fast.
But I still think it will stop. We'll see.
So too hard from Cat Solos.
Okay.
Alright. That is an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, so here the problem will be if actually Kagi is moving, it's possible that he will not have any meaningful target,
Yeah.
depending on how the arc will end up. Because he will not have Scimitar for sure.
He is moving.
So yeah.
Ooh.
So it seems like unfortunately that initiative role
Was
will have.
really important, right?
So we will see now. Actually, if Ketsu goes fast and bumps into Kagi, because also if Ketsu does go fast and bump
Ketsu-
and gets stressed,
Yeah.
later it's really easy to know where
Yeah.
Ketsu is going. So,
Although with Fenrao you can shake those off
okay.
if you have something at range 1. And I don't think she's going fast because you would bump your own ships there. I would assume she's. Can she one forward? Can that ship one forward? Does it
think
have every maneuver in the game?
I think for sure.
Yeah.
But also, this position means that Ketsu will not be able to get close to the center objective.
Yes.
So it should give control of those 3 objectives most likely.
Oh, so we're seeing a coordinate for Juno.
For a roll.
For a roll and a focus. I would assume if you're going blue.
So that means that after then you can take a lock.
Epionicus has a correct idea there. Ketsu can still tractor CAD to get a better position if you need.
But
Obviously, that's risky,
Yeah, but I don't think.
but
that
there
would
might be
help
no
a
space
lot.
there because we still have to see what Juno does. Oh no, Juno. So Juno target locks. Did Juno move already?
I believe he's still thinking. No?
Oh, he target locks so that Kagi, using the title, can also target lock.
Ah, okay. Because I know that he was thinking about if to target lock on.
So he
Cut
puts
solos.
target lock from Lambda on cut solos, and he has a Juno target lock on.
The TIE Fighter.
No, on Dalan Aberos, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Because it's possible that he's moving right afterwards. Alright, so
Yeah.
Ketsu bumps. Takes a
That
focus
is
on stress.
not a friendly bump. Takes a focus stress, like you said.
Alright, so we'll see now. Where is Juno going?
Yeah, I'm curious.
One
Let's
bank,
Whisper
I believe.
first.
Whisper first. I think it's a one bank.
No bump.
Well,
Ooh, that was close.
yeah, now the action because she's in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure that she can get out of that arc anyways. So she might end up tractor, which is horrible.
Might be. If she is, then that's really bad.
Quite a melee happening right now.
Yeah.
And
that's
then you have
too
to
far.
wonder, where is Juno going?
Yeah. Still.
There is no more space here.
Unless she goes fast forward.
I wonder,
And
maybe
bumps.
she's going too hard to the right
Yeah.
and trying to meet campaign.
But then you would have target locked him
yeah.
with that coordinate.
Now is the moment where
He's thinking about target locking someone with Whisper.
Whisper. I think so. But you can see that now is the tense moments. These are the moments that define the game.
Yes. This is one of these
Alright,
rounds.
so I think it's on Dagan Overos.
Yes. So that's range 1 into Dalan. Yeah.
I mean, between him, Scimitar 1.
Okay. Juno going fast. Ooh.
We will need to
See.
move a bit, few ships.
Yeah.
There's a 3 bank, what Juno is trying to do. So I guess that they want to check, is that friendly bump, is it not, where the ship is landing.
Yep.
So removing a few ships from the way.
Yep.
So the question here will be if Juno manages to bump on a friendly ship,
Yeah. Or
so
not.
that he can then shoot and not be range 0.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then Dalan can be in a bit of danger because he's going to be shot by Scimitar, he's going to be shot by Juno, he's going to be shot by Whisper.
Lambda.
Depending on the arc,
Maybe.
right?
But Lambda has a target lock on Cat Solace, so he might go through that.
Okay, so they are putting back the ships.
Yeah. Let's see.
They
how it
are
goes.
measuring to see where it lands, but I think it
looks
finally
like it bumps Scimitar. It stops on Scimitar.
stops before, so
Yeah.
we'll see how Dalan survives this or not.
If you tractor a Stay Viper, then do they do the bendy roll too?
Yes.
No.
You must barrel roll using the
Master
bandit.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the question arose recently with the new standard loadout that you have a Prince-izer
Yes.
that says that you can spend a
You
charge.
can spend a charge and then.
And the ruling here that was provided by Maui is that when it's declared that you are going to be barrel rolled, the player who controls the ship may spend a charge
And
to
do
decide
the
to do it
bendy.
bendy instead of normal.
Ah.
But the wording itself is that you must use that template in order to do any barrel rolls, and this is anyway a barrel roll.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yes, if you're a tractor and the person who is moving the ship is the one deciding in which orientation the bendy goes.
Okay.
So it's not great
It's not great.
because you are giving the tractoring player even more options.
options. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah, it would arc dodge. You're right. Yeah.
We'll
It
see,
would.
we'll see.
It could. It could.
Yeah.
It could be rather effing
I
good.
believe he's now thinking about it.
Yeah.
Who is it? He's measuring. I believe at range 2 it should be the majority of those ships. So attacking.
Let's see.
So this is shots at Juno, I believe.
Yeah, and
So from
hits
Yes. So tractor,
and tractors are.
and it's moved towards Cat Bane, I believe. Perhaps trying to now shoot bullseye, I believe. with Cat Bane.
It should be. You still have pulp though against Cat, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
But you're
But anyway, I
taking
believe
some damage.
the focus was already used, I believe, in the defense.
Oh yeah, true. It looks like it.
Alright, so then the next ship shooting should be their Whisper or Scimitar. No, Scimitar, sorry, Whisper or Juno.
Juno, yeah. Juno shooting.
Checking if it's still range 1. Or if it is. Because remember, he took the target lock on the time.
On the time, yeah.
The time manual.
Yep.
So
Oh
it's
no,
gonna
shooting
attack
at Dallin.
Yeah. Then we have primary attack.
So he has that lock.
So it seems like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he changed one. He re-rolls one of the.
Dallin loses a shield.
Alright, so next attack will be Whisper.
Are those clusters? No.
Could be. I think so because he's shooting Ketsu second, I believe.
The tie, I think.
The TIE fighter.
Yeah. Whisper shooting at Dallin. That's a really important one.
No, he's shooting. That was the cluster, the second cluster, I think, to a TIE.
No, now it
Right.
was Whisper. Yeah.
Let's see.
That looks like a 4.
2 hits.
Stun pilot. Damage tension and stun pilot. Not the worst ones. Oh wait, not him.
Moving to initiative 4 now.
Yep, and
I don't know that cat solos will have a shot.
yeah, I'm not sure either.
We'll see now if Dallin and Cat Bane can follow on that tractor on Juno.
Yep.
Cat Bane,
Bane shooting at Juno,
range 2.
and looks like a bullseye.
Hit crit.
Yeah.
So with
Zucus,
Zucus,
yeah,
he
he's
takes the
resisting.
stress, what you were saying. And
2
defend it.
evades.
Yep.
Yeah. Oof, big. That's important.
Yeah, so no shots for cat solos.
Oh yeah, no, the
Dallin is
Dallin.
gonna shot. I guess it's range. Yeah, but that cat
They're
bane
checking
is
arc.
that cat bane miss. It's really big. Because it would be the second stress also.
It would be the second stress. You're absolutely correct. That would be a poor ending for Juno. Okay, they're checking the arc. It looks like Dallin doesn't have Juno in arc.
And he's trying to check on Scimitar now.
Yeah, well, he should have. Probably checking Predator, so going into Scimitar.
Yeah, so 3.
3 hits.
Palpatine use.
Yeah.
So
Takes
2
2.
hits. But not so bad. I guess that
Yeah,
Les
that's
has to be quite
really
happy with his
yes,
engagement.
yes. This engagement for now is going well, and it's not over yet.
Still Kagi to shoot, Scimitar to shoot.
Although, if we've seen Dallin shoot, we should have seen.
Dallin
No,
is
no,
still the
he's the first.
He's
Yeah.
next to play.
He's first here. Yeah.
So the next one is Kagi, and he's thinking who to shoot. He was checking that Dallin Averos only has 2 health remaining. So.
Then again, you've got target lock on CAD, a decent shot there.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to split your damage or do you want to focus fire?
Just that he's used Palpatine, so it's no mod.
It is a target lock against CAD.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 3 focus.
Yeah. I believe he shot. I think like finally he shot range 1 to Ketsu.
He shoots Dalen and then takes the target lock with scimitar.
No, I mean the shot. I think he finally tried to shoot at Ketsu.
Ah,
at range 0.
And then he takes the target lock with scimitar. Yeah, to shoot that torp.
Because he rolled 3 focus and then he rolled only 2.
Yeah, true.
So then we move to
scimitar.
Yes. But yeah, so far I think between the two of them, Bless should be a bit happier with the engagement itself.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the chat. We'll get to that after the engagement phase.
They're checking packages?
They're checking. We did not see scimitar shoot. So he's shooting scimitar
I think
into
like he was counting how many ships are currently more or less controlling the objective. So
target lock.
So 2. And defense.
Yep.
So the remaining tile. No? The next one. No, the mining tile doesn't shoot, right? Because
it doesn't.
He only ignores it for moving.
For moving, yeah.
So the middle one goes. So
3 to 2.
3 to 2, 3 for Fenn, 2 for Bless.
Yeah, and what you have to remember about next round is an iron bomb, because that's gonna be threatening CAD, for
from
sure.
Scimitar, right?
Yeah, from scimitar.
In a way it can bend it.
Yeah, he can bend it, and he can bend it towards Katsulas. He can, which is probably the best direction you have there.
Depends. Like if you're, I don't know where the academy will go. If the academy will try to just do a 1 heart and remain, or if it tries to go forward.
Yeah, 5 straight and just grab that objective that Cat Bane has.
Yeah, Cat has to be super sad about that.
Yes.
Exchange.
Yeah.
Because it looked like, okay, you have a tractor, so most likely you will be able to hit. He had no focus already.
Let me check damage on Juno.
Sure. Alright, so preparing for the next round. Currently score is 5-5, so quite tight, but this could change quite easily if either Dalanoveros or Juno clips go down. And also it will be interesting to see what happens to Whisper, because I don't know exactly where Whisper could barrel roll. I don't think forward, I don't believe it can. I'm just checking actually now with Whisper, where is it going to go? Cannot go left, cannot go right, cannot go forward, right? Yeah, Dalan has to be happy to be alive. I think it's a similar situation like with Juno.
Stay. Yeah, you will be. You probably are staying there.
It's a bit tricky. I don't know why he cloaked there.
True.
Because also he was not being focused.
I mean, you might be able to decloak towards Scimitar.
I don't know if it fits right and to the back.
Yeah.
Just in front of the TIE Fighter, but then there is the rock there.
No, right to the back doesn't fit for sure.
Yeah.
We had some questions about rules for the main event, so we'll see now. So this is an important round. Once again, Kagi most likely might want to stay put, controlling those objectives, because I believe that there is not that many places for Kagi to go right now. But there is gonna be a lot of traffic there in the middle. Ketsu with that stress, also really hard to find a place to go. I do wonder, so the objective at the far left, that one most likely nobody will be able to control it right now. Kagi could try to get there next round. 1 second, guys.
Yeah, we're back. Had to make some judge calls. Always not that easy. We'll read the discussion when Roberto is back. So we had a question about mining tie. Can he move? As in, can not mining tie? Can it barrel roll while being on a rock or through rocks? And the answer is it can. So, from the NCX rules discussion, the ship is performing a barrel roll, which is the trigger. The ship gets to choose the template, including which way it bends. Then the player issuing the tractor would pick the shift. Yeah, no official clarification. Well,
we can check. No worries.
Yeah. But
I can bother Maui with that one when I'm back home.
Exactly, but it would appear as a correct way. I mean, logically, it sounds fair.
I don't know. Depending on how you see it. I guess that if the whole reasoning behind the tractoring is that you're choosing where the other ship ends up, it would make sense that you choose everything.
Yeah, exactly.
The bendy and the... But maybe it's not like that. I don't know. That's what I thought from the conversation I had with Maui. He was explaining, but it could be just me getting it wrong.
Yeah. But so it would be... Yeah, since you're normally using...
Ooh, so the tie whisper, the cloaked,
it fits
towards the left.
It fit, and I felt like it. I told you that it might fit with behind that scimitar. That's gonna be spicy, and no bomb drops then, because you know the whisper is going there.
Yeah, maybe. But I wonder now where he will be aiming towards the. I don't think he will go to the left anyway, so he could have dropped the bomb. We'll see.
Yeah.
Right, so the TIE fighter...
Dallin happy to be alive, yeah.
towards his objective, the mining guild going towards the top of the board, I guess, to
contest.
Yeah, like, how to say, like, substitute Cat Bane on the scoring objective task.
Tag team him.
Mm-hmm. So that's why he was making that question, because he was thinking about barrel rolling in. Alright, now the traffic goes for Scimitar to move.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see. It seems like there will be some bump.
There will be a bump, but they wanted to remove all the templates.
Like professionals, huh?
Yeah.
They're placing the templates.
They don't need judges to do this, to do their workings. Just moving their ships with the precision and care. Yeah.
Let's see. It wouldn't be the first time that at some point you remove the template before you place the ship, so.
Yeah. Well, as long as you don't explode your big ship so that the whole board goes kaboom like at Worlds, you should be fine.
Shout out to Liam.
Yeah, Liam.
Okay.
Final placement. It goes there, hugging the other ship.
Yeah, he's not gonna self-bomb.
I didn't see. Yeah, that's what I want to say. I didn't see if
Yeah.
it's self-bump or.
No.
So bumped in Dalanor, no?
In the universe. Yeah.
Which might later on also make it so that Ketsu is bumped.
Yes.
Depending on where Kagi. Because I was saying, I don't know where Kagi is going this round.
One straight.
I feel like Kagi wants to stay put so that next round he can turn into the other objective.
Yeah. And then he's quite safe there because you're getting no real threats there.
Happily passing the Palpatine love.
Yeah. And having those back arc shots.
Also focus stress.
Yeah. Now we'll have Dalan move, removing some.
Maybe. And he's going forwards. So just getting out of the way.
Although,
basically.
yeah, he can still use the ability to turn, to
Yeah, but
rotate. I don't know if that's what you want to do.
But this is what we were saying, like that bomb. I think it would have been a good idea.
It would have been a great idea. Although, you know where Whisper is going, so it also might have hurt your ships. I don't know. I feel like it could have gotten you in a great spot because you are getting cut solos,
And then boosting towards the tie.
Okay, that makes all the sense in the world. You're getting outside of a difficult situation and you're trying to contest and maybe get that point if you can kill that die.
And anyway, he had to boost, I guess, for Katsos to move in.
True.
Too hard.
And you don't want to stay in Lambda's rear arc as well at range 1. So giving yourself more.
I guess that he's in a good position now also for Juno. Maybe to get him, it's just impossible for Katsolos to...
Yeah, cut turns too
That's
hard.
a barrel roll.
Barrel roll, yeah.
Let's see if he catches Juno now. Alright, Cat Bane also
Hoping
one
to
bang.
finally do something.
Finally give some stress or more.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's true. What is the crit? That's a... Shit, I forgot. That was a
Wounded?
damaged engine?
Yeah,
Damaged engine?
I can check.
Wounded pilot would make sense. Stunned. It was stunned. Yeah.
Now there was a friendly bump from Ketsu.
Did she take damage?
I guess that she landed on Katsu's. Right, and that was Juno moving in, taking a lock on Ketsu. So it seems like Ketsu will be the
It will
target.
be the target, yeah. You'll have the Torp if Scimitar lives, but
But Scimitar only took one damage.
he took one.
Or two damage.
I think one. There's 6 health. Yeah, so that's he took 2 because he rolled all 3. He blocked 1 with pulp.
It will depend on the tractor, I guess.
Yes.
Many objectives for the tractor. this one. And that's Whisper. So Whisper also turning in.
Yeah.
So I think like the plan here for Bless was to point as many guns into Ketsu.
And melt her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Although,
9 health.
what is interesting, who has initiative? It's Fenn having initiative. That's worse for him, because you have clan training on Ketsu, so you could actually spend your focus. If you are second, you can spend your focus while defending, then engage, have a focus, and have it for other defense
But
roles.
he doesn't have focus. He's the friendly one.
So-
that's
so-
a problem here.
So that's good actually, because he will be able to get that clan training to get that focus.
Yeah,
So-
no, I mean the fact that it's one
Yeah.
less action.
Yeah.
And she's getting, I guess, the range 0
Yeah.
from Kagi,
Yeah.
and Scimitar, Whisper.
That's a lot of heat.
It's gonna be 4 shots.
Yeah, you can melt the whole ship, or you can just leave her really in a bad shape.
I believe he's currently thinking now who to jam. He's gonna shoot at Scimitar.
And we have a target. We have a tractor there, right?
It was full
So, only one defense.
So 2 damage on Scimitar.
And the tractor.
And
But
a
leaves it in
tractor.
place.
Yeah, there's probably no space,
space
for
to move.
it.
He does a roll.
Okay,
Han Solo.
Whisper.
And I think he didn't trigger, no? Clan training or something.
He did not trigger clone training. Maybe, yeah, he has something at
2
range.
hits. 1 hit goes through. 1 damage.
Juno?
1 damage happened.
Yeah, yeah. So, all 3 with a crit.
Yep.
So she'll be taking
So it's 1
One-
damage and a crit. Stun pilot.
stunt pilot, another one. So no more stunt pilots in the.
Molfar showing the card counting skills.
Yeah, no more stunt pilot in the deck. You know, you're not triggering your malice.
Alright. This is, I think,
Abdalan.
on the TIE Fighter, right?
Marksmanship. Also, that's Cad, not Dallin.
Ah, Calzones, okay.
Yeah. He's shooting into.
Into Scimitar when I
Scimitar.
crit. So that's Scimitar gone.
That's Scimitar gone on initiative.
That can change the whole point because right now there will be not enough damage to kill Ketsu anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
So quite good. The friendly bump
Yeah.
paid
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah.
Alright, so continuing now it's Cat Bane. Shooting at the Lambda, I believe.
Yeah.
Sukus to make him reroll, and it will be the double stress now. Damn. So double stress.
Double stress, taking.
So I don't think we will ever see Kagi take an action again.
Yeah. how
was the last
how
action.
much damage did he take?
I believe 2, but I can check.
So he took the 1 last shield and then 1 damage. Yeah, 2.
Alright. Next attack should be Dalan on the TIE Fighter, I think.
Yes, should be.
Only 2 hits, not using the focus there. So, it's only 1. Yeah, like it makes sense. You don't want to die from a TIE Fighter shot.
Yeah, and you still have Kagi looking at you, so you want that focus there.
Yeah, but Kage, I guess, will be shooting range 0, maybe?
Or Cut Solus, because he's still a target lock, he has a focus.
Okay, so I think this was really an important round of combat
He's shooting Cut Solus, I think.
and staying alive. Nothing dying on Fenn's side. It's
Yeah.
can snowball into the next.
Yes. Yeah, that's 3 dice into Cut Solus.
And
Target lock. And spends the focus.
hit and a crit. Not direct. So
Alive on
left to
1.
1. Yep. It's funny because he's showing the crit, but he's showing just the art on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, because of the nature of the camera that we have, there's no way that we can actually show reliably what the crit is. So, yeah, we just
But if you know how the crits
yeah, the
are
crit, yeah,
colored in the card. But yeah, so TIE Fighter trying to take a
pot shot.
yeah. Maybe he will finish Katsolos.
He
That's the dream.
doesn't have a focus.
The Force from Palpatine.
Yeah, he's dead. Ooh, that is big.
That Academy pilot was just promoted. He's major pilot now.
Oof, and Zero in the chat.
And actually, I believe Cat Solus was the key to score the point on the bottom of the table as well.
Yes.
So currently, I think the one in the middle is taken by Bless.
Yes.
The one at the bottom is contested.
Yes.
I'm not sure that the one on the top is the topmost was for the Thai mining guild. The one on the right, I believe, contested. The one in the center for Bless.
Yeah.
The one at the bottom contested, and I guess the one on the left was too far away from. Yeah, he placed the Beskar on the wrong part of the ship. It only protects the front.
And yeah, it only protects the front, and he did not
Right.
have.
I
that.
will triple check, but I guess that it was 1 point for each. That it was scored on objectives. The center one for Bless,
Oh yeah.
top one for
Yeah.
Fenn.
Yeah, so big TIE 1-1. Yeah, big TIE fighter shot, giving Bless a better position than he had before that shot, obviously. So those two shots into Cat Solace, bringing him down.
That was really big.
Yeah, that was really big. Because
Otherwise, it would have been a major blow, because then it would have been 1 extra point for the objective at the bottom. Cat Solos would have been in a good position to just run away with 1 health. Nobody could have followed.
Yeah.
Important also to note that the Whisper decided not to cloak.
Because there is now no space to decloak for sure. Losing Scimitar because before he shoots, that hurts for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So to sum it up, you've got Ketsu on 6, Mining Guild full, Dalanabers on 2, and Cad full. And on Bless's side, you've got Whisper full, Juno still.
took 1 here.
She took 2 actually. I checked it with them. So when Ketsu tractored her, she took 1. Kagi, which is on 5 and is not threatened right now.
But with 2 stress.
But with 2 stress, and Academy Pilot who is full.
It can be. Right now, Bless may have a problem of not having enough guns pointed in the correct direction, not being able perhaps to finish, Dalan to finish. Like, now it's Cat Bane's time. I think he has to find a way to try to land a few extra shots.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely correct.
Another question is, do you go against... do you try to pursue Dalan and finish him up? Do you try to attack Ketsu?
Yeah, you've got some choices to make, and you don't have a lot of them time to do all of it, so you have to commit to something.
Yeah, I feel like Whisper might have a bit of a hard time to find a good target right now. So.
We're looking at Anzaru now. He's over there. Anzaru, how did your game go?
Really, really fast and bloody.
Was it in your favor?
I haven't lost a single ship, then yes.
So it was like a 20 few?
Well, he surrendered when there was 18-4.
Ooh.
Who did you play?
Follow me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He lost an arc in one go,
Yeah.
and then 2 more ships in one go, and then another one. Then he said, "Okay."
I feel like your list is really good against that Republic.
It started really hard because he shot 4 ships into Guri, and I lost 3 hull, and I shot all my list into one of his.
So the Academy pilot decides to just turn around, take the objective, and he did his job. He shot somebody down.
Yes, true. He actually killed more ships than anyone else. So
making sure that the Imperial training shows up.
And he's gonna be promoted to.
And the mining tie, the mining tie did the same.
He's gonna be promoted to Initiative 2 next year. And actually, what I now remember about Bless loves his Academy pilots. Yeah. He loves those ships.
But no matter what list he plays, I believe he does a similar thing.
He loves that idea of having at least one or two. He's like, if I've got 4 points, I might as well give myself 2 Academy pilots.
Cat Bane that tried to turn in.
Yep.
Dalan also seems to be blocked by the TIE fighter.
That would be the case,
this is actually quite good for Bless because he's tying up Dalan Orberos.
Yeah. Sorry, 1 ship, yeah.
It's making sure that nobody's scoring that point.
So he pulls through, but it doesn't matter because
you don't shoot.
He's not shooting.
you don't gain the objective either.
Yeah.
And most likely that TIE fighter is gonna do another hard one to the left next round.
And still keep yourself relevant. So, it's harsh. And it is also a dead even game. That's a 10-10
So
game.
even 1 point matters.
1 point matters, yeah. Each.
Takes a focus and doesn't stress himself,
Yeah.
freeing up options for the next round.
Yeah, because the next round you get one hard and then rotate.
Then the next one is Kage, and Kage is going forward. I thought for sure it's gonna be like a one bang and clean.
Yeah, clean.
But
one.
no, he's going forward.
Okay, so he. Then you have to remember that this ship can die.
But
This
also,
ship can die, losing you 5 points.
but then I'm a bit surprised because it's like it went forward, didn't clean the stress.
What I'm surprised, does it fit one bank next round? It should.
Oh, and Ketsu goes one forward. One bang? No, you have to do a 2 hard.
You can't.
Why?
It's red.
But with one bang, the next round you're out of the map, I think.
And since you're not clearing the stress now, you will have to do a one bank. That's it. So that might be risky.
I really don't like that one. I think this is Juno.
bumps.
Maybe Juno tried to do a Talon, I guess.
Might have been, or a3 hard. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm not that happy with that. Trying to measure if it's a bump or not.
From our perspective, it looked like a bump. Yeah, there's no way it fits.
And if it's a bump and if it was a Talon, you end up with those. That would be horrible.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see that in a second when they.
If it was a 3 hard or if it was a 3 But yeah, not convinced with Kage's maneuver. And the fact that also Ketsu blocks that other move. It's gonna be really hard for Bless now to turn around and come back to the fight.
No action, so that was a time roll.
So that block is huge.
Yes.
And the next one is Juno, right?
No,
Juno Whisper.
Turning,
And he's turning around.
and he's trying to.
He's not gonna have an arc no
Yeah.
matter what you do. And now you can.
You can
Is it
throw-
in the is in the tractor?
You can probably bar roll towards this board edge.
Yeah, but then you
Stream
will not
voltage.
go console.
You can't because you're naturally. You don't have an evade.
Yeah, no
You're
shots.
just moving one hard to the right, to the left next round.
Alright, so Ketsu is free to try to take out the Academy pilot, return the favor.
Yeah.
2 hits.
He still got pulp.
Yeah,
He has an evade.
so safe.
Yeah.
Not a lot of shots. Meaningful.
Juno, range 0 to Ketsu.
Nothing. Cat Bane is the next one shooting.
Shooting at Juno. Or at Kagi.
I wouldn't shoot at the Lambda.
Shoot at Lambda.
No,
No?
I would shoot at Juno.
At Juno? True. 3 health to go. And she doesn't have. She has pulp.
No, Pulse was used, no, for the
No. It was. He used an evade.
using the focus.
Expensive focus.
Okay. No hits.
Huge as well.
Yeah, those 2 blanks. Yeah, those are bad. Alright, so also seems
Two
like
of it.
all of the powder was used last round.
And they're not taking any damage.
Yeah.
3-0 for Fenn
Yeah,
on the
because he has the
objective.
one at the top. Because it's now the topmost, the bottommost, and the central one. So this is it's not looking great for Black.
No.
And it's what we were saying. Like now that Lambda will not be able to participate in
It
fighting.
is only a pulp machine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Whisper might come from behind to try to attack Ketsu next round.
Has to.
Yeah. But then Juno with that stress, initiative will also be important now because, for instance, if Juno moves first, she has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So So
Because you would love to see that 2 bank to the left and target lock boost and try to do something or set yourself up for.
target lock boost. Target lock boost.
Juno has an ability that says when you perform an action, you can perform a red boost action after you perform an action. So that ship is really cool.
Is contraband still up?
Yes,
I
it
don't
is.
believe it's been used.
Yeah, it is. It should be. But there was nothing. There was nowhere for Ketsu. No one. No, there was no time for Ketsu to use it really. So it
What
is.
do you do with Ketsu? Because now it's the same. Like players don't know this. There are 10 minutes left.
Yeah,
Do you go left?
I think so because I wouldn't go right because we know Whisper is doing a 1 heart. That's like a no-brainer, and you don't want to get shot by Whisper because if you get 2 consecutive rounds of getting shot by Whisper, you might die, and if you give up those 6 points, you might lose the game.
Because if you see the board, most likely that Academy pilot is gonna do a hard one to the right. I think.
I think so.
Still takes the point
Yeah.
and remains useful.
Yeah.
Whisper has to turn hard 1. Kage has to go 1 bank to the right. So if you move towards the left with her, that would take out 3 of the other ships from
Yeah.
shooting at you.
Yeah.
And I believe that
And
Ketsu
that's
should remain alive.
and that's your objective. You can just score.
So the academy went to the left, which is super weird.
Okay, it doesn't want to get shot by Ketsu.
Yeah, but like right now you are behind. You have to risk it. I
think so.
Signing the mining guild eye, making sure that the top objective is
Is his
giving another point.
I would, although I would do a 1.
And
hard.
Daran is going also to the right. Oof. I don't like this that much. Because Daran is gonna be
You can get
Whisper's
shot now.
target.
You can get shot.
But we'll see. I guess that he wanted to take out the academy pilot to try to score the objective. No.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit too risky. Cut Bane. So important to note, Fenn did win the initiative. We didn't say that.
Yes.
So
yeah. That is.
unfortunately, that will be bad for what we're saying about Ketsu moving first.
If Bless risked it for a 2 bank with Juno, you might have a shot on Dallin there. Cat Bane going towards the Lambda.
Yep.
He can melt it down into rounds.
So he chose the Lambda, but it's what we were saying. Most likely the Lambda is out of the board anyway.
Yeah.
But
Then again, it's 5 points.
maybe he will get one more stress before he goes.
So he will never be able to participate in the game.
Okay.
You know where it's gonna be, so you just boost left.
Yeah. I would do it.
Oh no, he wants to suck us, so he doesn't want to stress himself yet.
To make sure that the shot.
Yeah.
But does it make sense because it's a range 3 shot? But we can see like the Lambda is out next
Yeah.
round
Yeah.
of the board. So Ketsu is turning. I don't like this move
No.
because basically your Whisper is gonna turn towards you,
And there's nothing you can do about
and
this.
it's a range 1.
So he takes an evade, I think.
Taking the collection of target locks with her. Going to 5. This should be a hard 1. Yep.
Yep.
I wonder if by any chance, circumstance, it's inside the arc and he's forced to barrel roll. Yes,
He
he's
is.
forced to barrel. This is also
That's
important.
good. That's good because you can take the target lock.
I mean, he still has 5th brother and Palpatine.
yeah,
Like
but-
at this point, Palpatine goes for that shot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't care about anything else happening.
Exactly.
So then Juno should go, but also Juno, where Juno goes? To the left. So 1 turn with
Maybe
nothing.
you can barrel into arc.
I mean,
don't think so.
Juno is basically making sure that that objective goes
Yeah.
for Bless this turn. I guess you just take a lock and next round.
Leave it for next round.
No.
Oh, he's barreling.
Okay. Trying to get in a position for next round.
That makes sense.
Alright, so
And you should still be taking the objective.
I don't think that the TIE fighter is in range for the tractor, right? For Ketsu.
No. But you
gonna
can
check that.
you can get that shot.
He's outside. Right, but Ketsu will shoot anyway. All 3 hits. Nothing?
Juno.
I guess outside of arc, right? It is in arc. We're checking to see.
Checking to see. Yeah, Juno shooting at Ketsu with a target lock. And a focus? No, no focus.
Only one.
Target lock?
Important roll.
All 4. Oof.
Yeah, she took a focus on the spin. Hit crit. Blinded pilot at this point.
At this point you don't care. Whisper?
Oof. Palpatine, 5th brother. Hit crit. Direct.
She's dead.
She's dead.
That brings Bless
But
way
that's
back
what, we're,
into
that's what
yeah.
we're saying. She
Go
went
left.
3 hard to the left.
Yeah, you're safe. And you can score 2 objectives in 2 rounds, you win.
And in the position itself, I don't believe she was adjacent to any of the objectives. Anyway.
Yeah.
So she was
Well, she was in the middle, but that's it.
We'll see now.
That was big. Wow. Bless getting those clutch shots twice in the game.
This is turn. So one more stress for Kage with some love.
Yeah.
But again, now Catman is in a really bad position to turn around.
Then again, if you think about this,
Dalan
if-
now shooting.
yeah. If Kagi dies, and we know he might be out of the game next
Defender.
round, then you're winning the game. So there's still something that Bless has to do.
Objective-wise, this is 2-1.
Yes.
Fenn, so this should bring it to 15 to 17.
Yes, but if you take down Kagi next round, you are at 20 at least. So Bless has a pressure of killing at least Dalan.
Killing that. Yeah, and the problem is that Cat Bane cannot do much. So now the point is that's a 1-4 defeat for Kage.
That's the only one I think fits.
Yes, because that means you're delaying one more turn, and maybe
2.
there are no more.
Oh no, 1 because Cat's past the stress.
And it's time.
Did they call?
No, I'm saying
Ah, yeah.
if
It's
the round goes slow,
yeah.
and there is no extra round.
Yeah. Then you save your 5 points. Well, he might still die because he's taken some damage. I need to check.
Check the damage. So we see Whisper with the cloak. It will be quite important also to see where she decloaks and how fast Dalan can move from that place with this stress. We missed some damage. Or
Yeah. Juno is on 2. Kagi is left on 3. And Academy Pilot is actually on 2.
Okay. So Whisper cloaked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if Whisper will actually decloak forward.
Yeah, it might be.
Because with Juno, you're covering already the bottom escape from Dalan.
Yes.
Maybe you can have that going top. The mining Thai guild most likely will come to the center to try to take that point.
Yeah, because he can.
We didn't add the points.
Yeah.
So it should be 15 to 17 right now. Right, so then Kage is down to 3. So yeah, with Catwayne you have to go all in.
Yes.
But and try to hope that you can take him down.
Luckily, you don't have to be range 1 because your dice is going to be the same at range 2 and at range 1.
So yeah, so stay to capture the point.
Just have a shot at range 2 so you don't get extra dice on Kagi.
And maybe Palpatine keeps the ship alive.
He might.
That's the only.
Although with Zakas, you have that extra layer of
Alright, so there
tag.
we go. The decloak forward that we were saying.
Yeah. Takes invade, obviously.
The Academy pilot circling around.
Still having that point.
He was given a task at the
Yes,
beginning of
yes,
this.
and he has performed
Yeah.
outstandingly.
Like,
He
should I shoot someone? He said, like, if someone is coming close, yes.
should. Otherwise, just stay there. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
can
guild
you- yeah.
is moving into the middle.
But I wonder, will that be in range?
Of the objective, yes, should.
The perspective is a bit.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is weird.
But yeah, like, game could go either way. Huh?
Yes, and looking at the clock.
Yeah, we know Kage's on, so that move will be important.
Yes.
And I think it fits.
Yes, I think so.
Alright, so trying to decide on the action, I think, right? I mean, you're not killing Whisper.
Yes. You don't want to.
I don't think you will be next to Juno.
Although Juno. Yeah.
Juno, I guess, will go down, so.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Bank? What? Does it fit? It fits. It fits. Wow. Okay. But why you do that?
The guy has.
Why do you do
guts. Jesus Christ.
Alright, so Cat Bane is coming. What do you say? Range 2, you don't
Yeah,
care.
you don't care.
You have to stay in control of the point.
Yes. And I feel like you target lock.
Target lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously, you.
You know how it goes. If you take a target lock, it will be
you
3
roll
focus.
3 focuses, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Dalan. Where is Dalan going?
There.
For
Now
sure you have to.
You bend deep. I don't have.
I think
don't
you boost. I mean, they don't know it's the last round. But if they would wide that way,
No, this might kill you.
yeah, because now it's a 1 heart from Whisper and barrel roll in.
And 2 bank from Juno and.
Too hard. It's too fast.
It is. It is too fast.
That's weird. Also, now that Bless did that move.
You're taking the objective. So, the thing is, if you don't lose Kagi, you win the game. If you don't lose anything else, you win the game. But if
Yeah,
you
but it
do,
was an easy kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not much you can do. Okay, he tries the barrel.
I don't think so.
It doesn't fit in my opinion, but we'll see.
And they just call the time, so we know this is the last round. Okay, so Molfar has gone just to triple check if this fits or it doesn't. Really, really, really important. This could decide. I think this would kill Dan and give the game to Bless if that fits. Ooh, and it does fit. Ooh. So yeah, this
Fuck.
is big. Yeah. I mean, from
This was
from their perspective, it didn't look
fit
like.
like at all.
So will Dan at least exchange? That's the question.
If he has to survive.
Yeah, can he exchange?
If you lose Dallin,
Yeah, if you lose, you
lose the. No, you tie.
no. I
No,
don't think
you,
so.
no, because if you kill Kagi and lose Dallin, Fenn wins. Because he's taking probably 2 objectives.
But it's 5 points to 4 points.
Oh no, wait. No, yeah, right. We'll see.
And the question is also, do you spend everything now to try to?
He takes 1 damage with Ruthless.
So it's focus.
1 damage.
Down to one.
And there was a blinded pilot, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, but now no more focus for defense. And the big attack. Wow.
He survives.
He survives. So now it can turn around because
Because he can
remember
kill
it's
Juno.
two health left in
Kill
Juno.
Juno.
I told you, you rolled 3 focuses.
2. He won't be able to kill Kagi.
So, what is the crit?
Doesn't matter. It's not a direct.
Oof. All right, so down to 1, and now is a big one. This decides the game, I believe. Nothing. Whiff on Dalan. So the game finishes 18-17 for Bless. Really, really close game.
Holy cow.
Congratulations to Bless.
Wow.
Yeah, and it could have gone either way.
Either way.
The first one, the one bank with Kagi. Like, why you do that? Like, just to show off.
Yeah, so you could
And
have lost Kagi. You could have lost Juno.
Juno.
You could have lost Dalan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a game to start off today.
Yeah. 3 more to go.
3 more to go. Okay, we'll leave you here. We'll be back in 15 minutes with top 8. So stay tuned.
Take care.